Hello students, I am here to discuss chapter 3 of your subject ED. In this chapter, we will discuss about the soil. Soil, you know, the uppermost layer of the earth surface which have capability to grow crops. So, this soil help us in different ways. If you define the soil in different ways, so here, it is a dynamic system which support life and which is formed due to mixing of fine rocks, particles and nutrients, including dead remains of plants and animal. You see, for making few inches of soil, it requires millions of years. That is very precious to us to be a soil on earth which have capability to grow crops. So soil provide us different things because all the activities of our life takes place on the soil. If soil is not there, we are unable to do our activities on earth. So see how soil important to us. That's why it is the upper layer of earth surface which have capability or ability to grow crop. If they have ability to grow crop, then we can say it is soil. So this is the things which is made by weathering of rocks. Weathering means what? Weathering means the process of breaking up of rock. It is the process of breaking of rocks. Which is into fine particles, rocks into fine particles. Particles is called weathering. So the process of breaking of rocks into fine particles is called weathering. You know, weathering takes place and then the things made, rock weathered and soil made. So this soil is useful for our activities like growing of crops, like different type of things or activities we do on the soil. Pedogenesis is a term used for the process of soil formation. So it is pedogenesis. The meaning of it, the process of soil formation. The process of soil formation is called pedogenesis. So soil formed by the help of this weathering. You know, weathering is not a simple activity. It takes support of different geographical factors like the cooling effect, like the heating effect, and also the cooling, heating and breaking of rocks takes place by them. So this is the way weathering takes place, and it takes several years to weather and form soil. Types of soil on the basis of we classify the basis of soil particles and size on the basis of size of the particle. Size of the soil particle. Soil particles. You know, particles of soil means if you touch the soil of different types, you can feel that some soil are very fine, have very fine particles. Some soil have coarse particles. Some soil have sandy particles. Some soil having pebbles. So on the basis of soil particles, size of the soil particles, so they are either sandy soil, they are either the clay soil, they are either the loamy soil, so say sandy soil, clay soil, loamy soil, three types of soil, and these are the soil which is present around us on the basis of which thing? On the basis of the size of the soil particle, or we can say it is the texture. It is the texture of soil particle. Texture So sandy soil is a soil having loosely packed particles. Large size particles is called sand. Loosely packed large size sand present in the sandy soil. So they have no water holding capacity. It means if you pour water on sand, what happens? It goes down very easily. So it has no capacity to hold water on it. That's why it is called water holding capacity of sandy soil is very less or negligible. That's why this soil is not important for cultivation of crop. Different of crop required more water is not grown in sandy soil. Some crops like the watermelon, like cucumber are grown here, but they need frequent irrigation. That's why it is not fit for agricultural activities. Clay soil having very fine particles, it means having very small size. These particles remain compactly arranged, fine particles are present in the clay soil. Clay soil are having the compactness, very fine particles, and the particles are joined together very easily. If the soil is dried, they have the surface of crack in it. So crack made by the help of their dryness. So this is the clay soil which is fit for growing crops. They can hold water also, but really they can either in dry condition very hard and in wet condition very loose or very different. So they are of this type of soil. Clay soil is also used for growing paddy or other things, but it should be enriched with humus, then it becomes important for the growing crops. And clay soil is useful for making the idols, making the pottery, etc. Loamy soil, a soil made of a mixing of sand and clay. So loamy soil made by the help of two things: mixing of sand plus clay. Clay is called loam. So both are mixed together and form the loamy soil. Loamy soil is fit for activities of growing crops. So this is the soil on the basis of their soil texture. It means we can say the soil particle. Now on the basis of their origin, how they form, on the basis of the origin, they are of different types. You see, on the basis of origin, types of soil, on the basis of its origin. Origin means from where they form. So this is either residual. Residual soil is the soil. It is made up of weathering of rocks and it's found adjacent to those rocks is called residual soil. So formed by weathering of rocks and they are present beside their parent rock. This is called residual soil. So it may be black, red or laterite. Example: black soil, red soil and laterite soil are of this origin. Laterite. This is residual soil. Number 2 is the transported soil. as the name is transported, it means it transfer from one place to another after weathering or during the course of weathering. They can shift from one place to another. So transported soil. The soil which is transported through gravity. The soil which is transported through the gravity. The gravity is called transported soil. So either gravity or flowing of water. Flowing water, sometimes wind or glacier. Wind or glacier also transport them. Glacier. From one place to another, it forms colluvial, alluvial, sandy and glacial or drift soil. Example, alluvial, very important, very fertile. Alluvial, colluvial, sandy or glacier or drift soil. So these are the different soils which are transported type or transported by the different agents. Number C is a type of soil that is mountainous soil. Mountainous soil. As its name, mountain, the soil which is formed by pebbles, clay, shale and limestone. So these are rough soil, a coarse soil which is really found near the mountain area and having no capability to grow crops very much. Means it is not more, it has no more fertility. It is formed by pebbles. It is formed by pebbles, clay, shale, limestone, etc. and limestone. It is mainly found in mountains, hills, cliffs and valleys. It is mainly found in mountain, valley, cliffs, etc. hills, etc. Now, as we know, these are the soil types. After discussing the soil type, we will discuss about their importance, because if there is importance of a soil anything, then we know it, and after that we try to uplift the soil quality as well as their naturality. So what is the importance of soil? What important role they play in our life? So soil is important for what purpose? So we study soil for which thing? Why we study soil if there is no importance of it? So what important role they play for us? So see, importance of soil. Importance of soil mainly in our life. The first importance of soil, a medium for plant growth. A medium, it gives a medium for plant growth. Plant growth. Second, we will discuss all of this. Second important, a habitat of organism. It provides a habitat for organism. Next thing, it also helpful for the purpose of percolation, means recharging of water. A medium to recharge water bodies. It also helps us to facilitator of water retention. A facilitator for water retention, Now we discuss these things one by one. So see, soil, as we know, important to us. What important role they play for our life? So it is a medium for plant growth. We know without soil we can't think about the growing of plants. Some plants are also grow inside the water, but really maximum of our crop plants grow in the soil. So they provide the medium, they support the plant for fixing the root and for taking the nutrient from the soil. So they uplift the plants or grow the plants and provide the medium for their proper lifespan in soil. So second thing, that is the habitat of organisms. So many organisms, living and non-living organisms are stay here. So living organisms are present here, like insects, like earthworm, like microorganism. You see, these are the important organics or living things. They present inside the soil and help the soil to uplift and to recycle its nutrients. So this is the way we can say sometimes they are also the place for the rats, for the snakes. So they also give burrows of different animals. So this is the habitat for organism. Different organisms live inside the soil and they provide the habitat of their own. Next thing, that is a medium for recharge of water bodies. So water body is recharged by the help of soil, because soil provide the medium. It means they provide, means percolation takes place. Suppose this is a soil surface, they percolate water. Percolation takes place with the help of the space present between the soil particles. They allow water to go down and recharge the water bodies. So this is the way by which they help the underground water support by recharging them. This is called percolation. Percolation or seepage of water from the surface water takes place in the underground water. You know, sometimes when water running takes place, one day, 2 days after a long distance, time, running takes place, this running may fulfill the whole ground and finally it goes down inside. Sometimes when regular running takes place, the water goes underground very less. Why? Because the percolation takes place and the underground water become fulfilled. So this is the way by which percolation takes place or allowed by the help of soil surface. Soil, when there is more plants, other things, or the vegetation, they also allow water to go down and down very easily, and they also break the flow of water and also help to protect our neighboring area from flood. So if there is forest, if there is the vegetation on the soil, they also allow water to go down in maximum way. Now facilitate facilitated for the water retention. Water retention means the soil has the capacity to keep water inside it. This property of soil is called the water retention or water holding capacity. Water holding capacity of a particular type of soil depends upon its structure. You know, water retention. So many soil having the water retention capacity means water holding capacity is different. So this is the water holding capacity. Each and every soil having its different capacity of water holding. So sometime sandy soil hold very less amount of water, no holding capacity. Clay soil having more capacity to hold water. So this is the way. So they retain water and facilitate the water retention capacity, and then make the soil moist. And this moist soil help the soil to grow more and more crop on easy way. So this is retention capacity also help the crop to grow more and more. So this is over the soil chapter. Now we discuss the next chapter in next class. Okay, thank you.